Yeah, these motherfuckers though, I swear to you, man, I swear, they're like, hey Cameron, we were wondering, we're gonna have like a small weekend event, right?
Ah,
Do,
shit.
do, did you drop?
Can't drop
You
the.
fucking idiot. I can't believe you.
I can't.
Um, but yeah, they're like, hey, do you want to work like this event? And I'm like, what are the times? And they're like, well, the event times are 12 to 4, and then could you do like a 9 to 4 on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday? And I'm like, well, I can do Friday,
Mm-hmm.
help set up. But yeah, I guess I could do Saturday and Sunday, 12 to 4. That's like 4 hours. And then I was like, I'll basically leave and I'll go eat supper. Then I'll go head over to Liam's and we could just do like a late, like 6 o'clock kind of thing. Get home by 7, right? On a Saturday and then do it again on the Sunday and then just be home. And then they like send the email like, hey, thanks for. Fuck, I can't lean back. I'm out of fucking frame. Um, but then they text me on, what was it? Wednesday? And they're like, hey, thanks for joining our event, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're so glad to have you here. And then they're like, by the way, here's when you're scheduled for. And it was like fucking 1:30 till 10.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, that's not fucking 4 o'clock. The fuck? And then the other day was like 10:30 till 7. So I'm like, oh, there's no way I'm going to be able to do it with Liam. Like it's unless he's willing to do like 8 o'clock in the morning, but
See, I
I'm
actually
not
would
willing.
have been like not. This is better, but like.
Welcome back to the Speedcast, a comedy podcast hosted by Liam and Camron. You're listening to this week's free version of the episode. If you want everything you see here, plus more, check out the link in the description for the Patreon. And with that, please enjoy this week's episode.
Are we starting?
We're starting. Welcome back to the Sweetcast. I'm
Are we rolling?
Yeah, we are rolling.
Okay. We rolling?
I hate you. Let me finish what I'm trying to say. You
Sorry.
You guys know me. I'm Liam. Joined.
It's me.
Cameron's back
Yeah.
again.
Hi. I'm doing your legal citations, so you don't have to.
Yeah, you do what you want. We're doing a virtual episode this week because Cameron couldn't fit me into his busy schedule.
They literally scheduled me for a 10-hour shift. What do you want? It's from like noon till 1 or noon till 10.
Yep. So we're drinking to cope.
Liam's once again turning to alcohol to solve his problems.
If I shouldn't do it, why does it work so well?
This is why your wife left you, Liam.
I forgot I had a wife. That's dope.
Because you drink. It's because you drink. Unlike me, I drink nothing but the purest of water.
I'm also eating Chinese food. We're having a great episode today.
I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I have so much homework to do. Liam's fucking tired. He's eating food. Yeah, it's going to be a great podcast.
And
honestly.
drinking.
And drinking, yeah. Liam's drinking the pain away. Honestly, I think this is going to be a great podcast episode.
I'm trying to eat over my microphone without getting food on it, so.
Oh, we know where his focus is going to be at, folks.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Gotta throw my phone away so I'm not distracted.
Isn't that where the Reddit stories are?
No, it's on my computer. Liam, it's on my computer.
All right. Well,
I don't have Reddit on my phone, damn it. I'm not a Redditor.
Neither do I. I went to the website. So, can I go first? So this week I thought it'd be kind of fun if we went through, because we're doing a virtual episode. I thought it'd be kind of fun. I'm actually a little loud, I feel like. If we read some like "Am I the Asshole" posts from Reddit. Cause it's the funniest shit. Like that's actually really funny. Fun fact: the first account I ever followed on Twitter was like the Reddit "Am I the Asshole" account. Which
was it really?
Yeah, which sadly shut down for good this week.
Wait, Am I the Asshole shut down?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they shut down. It fucking sucks.
No.
But scrolling a little past that, I found like probably the funniest one, which actually this is what jump started this idea. Okay.
Hold on. Before you start this,
What?
where did you find this?
Are you talking about the Reddit subreddit?
No. Like where it's shutting down.
The account or the subreddit?
The subreddit.
No, it's not. I said the Twitter account's shutting down.
Oh, the Twitter account.
You missed
I'm
that.
so
You missed
sorry.
that part.
I missed that entire fucking section.
The Twitter account is shutting down. Okay, subreddit's still looking around.
Why are they shutting down like the most popular subreddit? I was
I know.
kidding me. Like,
No, and I actually like I don't really have much experience going through the subreddit. But let me tell you right now, hot damn, that shit's funny as hell. That's content. If we were really lazy, we could just make a hour-long podcast every week of just us doing "Am I the asshole?" posts on Reddit.
by the time we get to like episode 100, like 10% of our videos are just going to be like, "Am I the asshole?" episode 9.
Yeah, it's just, you know, like each thumbnail could just be like us saying like, you know, just like asshole and not asshole. So
Watch your asshole.
Cameron and I both found a few Am I the asshole Reddit stories that we thought we'd go over on the podcast. You know, some funny ones because people really put the funniest shit on there. And if you guys don't know how this subreddit works, pretty much it's people who are unsure of whether or not they are the asshole in their current situation coming to ask strangers on the internet for their input. And the ratings go, you're the asshole, saying that the OP, the one who wrote the original post, is the asshole. Not the asshole, which is the original poster is not the asshole. Everyone's the asshole, and then no one's an asshole. And usually, you know, I found that there's actually a really great way to tell right off the bat if someone's an asshole or not.
Please do tell, Liam.
How they write the title, okay? If the title seems way worse, like really, really bad, or really exaggerated, they're usually not the asshole because it's usually someone who genuinely believes that they're in the wrong. And it's like, am I in the? It's like, you know, like, am I the asshole for not serving cocktail wieners at my party? And it's like, my fiance. I recently had a engagement party for my fiance, and we didn't, and I accidentally forgot to buy cocktail wieners, and it's her favorite, and I feel so bad. Am I the asshole? And it's like, no, clearly you're not. And then, you know, there's other ones.
At your wedding?
And then there's other ones, you know, like today's first story, which is, am I the asshole for asking my wife to respect my title as a pilot? They always talk it down and make it like such a small thing where if you just read the title, you'd be like, no, of course not.
Oh, God.
So off title, do you think he's an asshole or not?
Well, see, the problem is I know how these work, and it's something like, if the title was like, am I the asshole for like murdering my child? And, like, you know that it's gonna be like my kid was like run over by a bus, and you know it was like the ethically correct thing to do. But like it's always like, am I the asshole for standing up for myself? And it's like, oh, let's read this. And it's like, yeah. My girlfriend said that I should take a shower because I stink, and I said that I'm going to kill her for it.
Exactly.
Am I the asshole? It's like, I know how these work, so I'm going to say that, yes, he is the asshole.
No, but see, where you went wrong is the killing my kid one. It's never like a real, like, actually kill thing. It's like, oh, I played Minecraft for my son, and I killed him.
Yeah, that's it.
My wife, and he went crying to my wife, and she called me an asshole for it. That's always what it is. It's something like overblown. Okay, so, am I the asshole for asking my wife to respect my title, a pilot? I need the opinions of AV geeks, which is aviation geeks, and pilots on a matter involving my wife. I am completely serious and need help. /serious. This is funny shit I've ever seen. It was so funny because the first follow-up Am I the Asshole post I looked at mentioned this one.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Garfield, are you /J or /SRS?
Okay. My wife and I, together for 5 years, married for 2, no kids, have an amazing, happy relationship. I can't recall a single time we've ever argued to the point of a breakup or divorce. This issue, however, is causing me to reconsider the health of our relationship. Since my wife and I have been together, I have worked as a manager for a restaurant chain. I'm an extremely passionate aviation enthusiast in my free time. I've spent thousands of dollars on flight textbooks, sim gear, and even built my own A330 setup. I have never actually flown a plane or started flight training, but I've considered it for a long time. Even though my skills are not a career, I still consider myself as adept or possibly more knowledgeable than the average pilot. I'm sorry, I scrolled the wrong way on my photos.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad that you found this post because mine don't even fucking compare to this.
That being said, here's where the problem rises.
Oh my
My
god.
wife and I were invited to one of her male coworkers' house for a barbecue. My wife is a senior software tech for a COVID startup. She's worked there since 2020, a lucky catch after she was laid off from her previous job due to the virus. It was my first time meeting any of her now close coworkers due to COVID and working from home. I had assumed she'd talk about me before, but as we were cycling through introductions, I became less sure. We make our way down the line to the host of the party, a new male hire that she has grown platonically close with. We exchange casual conversation with, oh my god, I lost my place. We exchange casual conversation and Greg, host, asks what I do for a living. My wife chimes in with, he manages a insert fast food chain. It certainly comes with some benefits. I'm assuming she's referring to free food. In a voice that implied nothing was wrong with what she had said. I very quickly corrected her and told him that I am a pilot. My wife already knows how insecure I am about my job and how I'd much rather be introduced by my hobby. I've earned the title of pilot through my 500 plus hours on and sim. This is written as is. On and sim.
Okay.
And thousands of dollars put into my craft. I think it's incredibly disrespectful for her to not acknowledge my skills and training. Just because I don't have the title of a pilot on an overpriced piece of paper doesn't mean I'm not a pilot. I laughed it off with Greg, told him under my breath that my wife was often forgetful, which I'm sure he's realized from working with her. He seemed to brush it off casually. At this point, I'm fuming, but I don't go much further than exchanging some nasty glances at my wife for the rest of the night. As we pack into the car to leave, the argument starts. She feels as if I don't deserve my title as a pilot because I'm not professional. I told her she's completely insensitive to the work I've done and she will never understand what it's like to study so much. She's currently on the couch as I type this. Am I really the asshole for asking to be respected?
I cannot believe this.
So, right off the bat, verdict.
Verdict? Yeah. Fucking. God, it's like I don't even want to call him an asshole. He's just like annoying. And, like they whole like I don't know. To be an asshole, I think you gotta be like more of like outwardly mean. He's just like a really. No.
Really?
The thing is, I've worked with people like that in my job who are very much like, I may be like a stock boy right now, but what I really am is a voice impressionist. And I'm like, buddy, we both work the same job here, you know, like you're not, and it's funny too, because it's not even like if he manages like a fast food joint, like that's not the worst position to have. Like if he was like, oh, he's a line cook, it's like, I mean, even then, line cooks is still
there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. I know it's like the norm is like, oh man, just a line cook, but it's like, you know, if you're a line cook, you're a line cook. That's cool.
I couldn't
like,
do that. So like, yeah, go off.
Right? You gotta take pride of what you do, but it's just. I want to say that he is the asshole. He just sounds incessant.
No, I absolutely agree. He is the asshole, okay? No.
And I think, yeah, you say your points.
Yeah, he's just like, he's not a pilot. Like, it's a fucking hobby. He's never actually flown a plane. That's like if I played a shit ton of hours of, like, fucking War Thunder or, like, any of those, like, military pilot, like, flying game. Or, like, if I played Star Wars Squadrons for 8 hours a week. I'm not a fucking pilot just because I play it for hours. Like,
no, man.
I've put 500 hours in Call of Duty. It doesn't make me a soldier. Like, I'm not. my hobby is playing video games. I play Call of Duty. I play a lot of hours into it. If I go and someone asks, "What do you do for work? What do you do for a living?" I'm not gonna be like, "I'm a soldier." I fought in the Cold War, World War II. You know, a lot of stuff you've never heard of. The Russian invasion of New York in 2013, you know. Like,
oh yeah. I've seen things that you couldn't even imagine, you know. I've done things. I've been in the trenches. You couldn't even possibly comprehend. I'm a one-man army. All right? Like let's
exactly. Plus the biggest thing. So he's like, she knows how insecure I am about my job and how I'd much rather be introduced by my hobby. Yeah, like, okay, I could see that if it's like, oh yeah, this is my husband, you know, this is Jim. He likes to, pretend to be a pilot. That doesn't like the question was, what do you do for a living? You're not a pilot for a living. You're a manager of a fast food restaurant for a living, and there's nothing wrong with that.
No, there's nothing wrong with it.
No, it just comes down to like an insecure thing on his side that he has to get over.
I think the big thing too was the part where he was like, actually, I believe that I'm a bit more competent than like the average pilot.
Yeah, that was the other thing. Even though my skills are not a career, I still consider myself as adept or possibly more knowledgeable than the average pilot. Like, dude, you've flown 0 hours. You've never even flown or even thought about doing it. You just buy a bunch of textbooks.
Exactly. It's like, and it's such a thing too. It's like you can have all the theoretical knowledge in the world. The moment you get out there, it's so different. It's so funny because it's like I think this could be avoided all by him going like, it's like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I run a fast food restaurant. I manage one. Oh, that's really cool. What do you do in your free time? Oh, well, let me tell you, I'm a aviation enthusiast.
Yeah. That literally could have been like, what do you do for a living? Oh, I manage a fast food restaurant, but like I'm really passionate about aviation.
Yeah, it's almost like a side gig for me. All the effort and what I do,
all the time I put into it, it feels like you could even be like, I manage a fast food restaurant, but I'm an aviation enthusiast for a living. I live off of that stuff. Like, there's so many better ways to put it that still make you sound like a pretentious ass without being a clear asshole, and then give his wife nasty glances about it.
Exactly.
Like, dude, get off her back.
It always amazes me. It always amazes me that these people like. I want to know how they.
What are you doing?
Their significant other. What do you mean? Oh. Don't worry. Don't even worry about that, baby girl. Don't even worry.
What are you doing?
Don't even worry about that, baby girl. That wasn't me. Don't even worry about it.
Okay, sure.
No, don't even worry about it, baby girl. It will happen again.
Of course.
Don't even worry.
So we're in agreement. He is the asshole in the story.
No, yeah, he is. It's a self-righteous like I am a pilot.
I'm a pilot, and I prefer to be addressed as one. Like, shut the fuck up.
It's like. Man, I read a lot of World War II history. I played Call of Duty World at War. Yeah. I'm not a fucking historian, man. Like,
I play a lot of Minecraft. I'm not in construction. I'm not an architect.
I was trying to think of some sort of stupid joke, but I can't. Like something like, yeah, I watch a lot of porn. Doesn't mean I fuck. Like, come on.
I run a podcast.
Doesn't mean we're funny. Like,
yeah, exactly. Talking to a microphone with a friend for an hour every week doesn't mean we're funny. It just means we do it.
Exactly. I don't know. It's like it's just like it's a self-inflated ego. It's like
it absolutely is.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're in agreement. Okay.
Okay.
Let's hear one of yours. Let's take
it
off.
Right. Well, this one I didn't read too much into it. I read the title and I thought it would be really fucking funny. It caught me off guard.
Okay.
All right. You ready for this bad boy? Am I the asshole for telling my fiance to shut the hell up and stop talking about archaeology at a funeral?
Oh my god.
You know it's going to be a fucking doozy. All right. Me, a 28 male, and my soon-to-be wife, Phoebe, 27 female, have been dating for 4 years. We have a quite amazing relationship, to be honest. We were at a mutual friend's funeral, George, 27 male. The three of us met at college, and we basically became buddies from the get-go. None of us are archaeologists, by the way. Our Bachelor of Arts was Business Administration. Oh, you gotta love those business admins. A couple weeks ago, we were at George's funeral service. Most of the time, just us with his family. We were the only outsiders there. Phoebe, completely out of the blue, started to talk about archaeology to George's mother. Too long didn't read. She started talking about some obscure South American indigenous mummies. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Usually they put the too long didn't read at the end, so I thought this was the end. Never mind.
Yeah, okay. That's where you're supposed to put it.
You put it like in the middle, so I read. I'm like, what do you mean too long didn't read? That wasn't long at all. That was like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 lines. It's not long. Okay. Here's the details. In detail, he talked about an ancient native boy who was found buried with purposefully punctured, broken Tara, flute next to his mouth that they called a killed instrument, as it was meant to never be played by anyone else. In the same way, it was played once by its owner. The flute was made of stone called, what the fuck is that word? Combarbalita? Combarbalita? People in the comments, let me know if I said that completely fucking wrong. Which means it was meant to last through generations. So it had to be broken on purpose. She talked about a connection between the flute and its owners being buried together, and the idea that the instrument was willfully broken in order to bring the instrument closer to his owner in eternity, achieving immortality for both them by that irreversible action of breaking an instrument that was meant to last forever. I'm basically paraphrasing, but that was the idea. I can use some of her fancy words because she literally airdropped the article she was talking about right there at the service. I'm wasting character on this just so you know how obscure the conversation was. I get the idea. I get the intention. It is interesting for a college class. In the context of a funeral for a dead friend, however, I thought it was out of pocket and sort of distasteful, disrespectful to talk about that. George's mother was polite and she asked some questions, but she was mostly quiet, just listening to Phoebe talking nonstop. Then George's father and brother approached us, and she was about to start to tell them the whole damn story once again. I quietly said, "Please don't." She was about to start rambling, so I told her, "Just shut the fuck up, please." She didn't speak to me for the entire evening. We talked about it later, back in our place, and I explained why I reacted the way. She said, "Gotcha, you're fine." But she has acted differently to me since that day. One of my friends told me that I broke her, and it does feel that way. It's almost like she's a robot and her software is malfunctioning. Tension is high for both of us, and George's death hit us hard on both of us. So I don't know if I'm missing something. Am I the asshole? Hold on. I'm going to read this before I say it out loud.
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking if I'm the asshole here. Don't call my fiance crazy or derogatory words. That's out of place, and I'm not here for that shit. I'm deleting this if you keep attacking her. All right, Liam. What do you think? Is
So,
this guy
just to be clear,
yeah,
this was the funeral of their college friend?
yes, it was. It was a mutual friend that they both met at college.
And they all had interest in archaeology?
It says that they
Just
none of us are archaeologists. Their Bachelor of Arts was business administration, so I'm not sure if they were all into archaeology.
Okay, because that kind of would change my answer.
Okay, yeah. From the sounds of it, they went into business administration, so they're not all into archaeology.
Okay. So, if I'm getting this correctly, they're at this guy's funeral. She goes up to the dead guy's mother and just starts talking about this, like, somewhat could be seen as relevant archaeology stuff. The dad and brothers come over and she goes to say it to them, and this guy says, "Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, that's about it.
He's the asshole.
Please elaborate, please.
See, I feel like a really important piece of information missing is whether or not this guy had any interest in archaeology.
That is true. I think that would change a lot.
Because that would completely change the how I'm looking at what she's saying. Because honestly, I would kind of say, we're not there. Depending on how she's saying, if she's like, trying to use it as like a comfort thing, like, I don't know. I feel like
that's the thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, you do your thing.
I was gonna say that there's a line in this where it's like, I get the idea, I get the intention. So it seems like her intention was that, like, she was trying to connect.
Yeah, I don't know.
This idea.
I feel like if this dead guy is like, if they had a shared interest in archaeology, then she's not the asshole for bringing that up. Because it's like, oh, I'm gonna miss our talks about this. Like, we both so passionate about it. This was this something like, you know, kind of cool, kind of relevant for today. You know, I think in no matter what universe, this guy is the asshole for just how he went about it. I get like it's inappropriate, like, oh, like even it's like, oh, it's inappropriate to say that. Yeah, there's nicer ways than telling her to shut the fuck up.
That is true.
Like literally pull her aside. Because he told her like he told her to stop and then she didn't listen, so he just said shut the fuck up.
Hold on, let me pull this back.
Yeah.
Let me pull this back.
Because if he did like that and she didn't listen the first time, then it's like just like pull her aside. Like there's other ways to do it than it like. Because that doesn't just embarrass her. That like makes the whole thing weird.
I quietly said, please don't. She was about to start rambling, so I told her, just shut the fuck up, please. So it does not look like he pulled her aside.
Yeah, I feel like you should have pulled her aside instead of doing the whole shut the fuck up thing. Yeah. I don't know. I say he's an asshole. More context is needed though to like be able to say if multiple people are. Hot take here. I think maybe the mother is an asshole. I'm kidding.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
I'm gonna actually write under my little Reddit account here that my name is Liam from Jones, and I think the mother's actually an asshole for not asking more questions.
You. What's your opinion on it?
I'm almost of the idea that it's no one's the asshole in this situation.
Really?
Yeah.
I think he's a soft asshole.
Yeah, because it's like
I don't think this is like a clear like, oh, you're absolutely an asshole. I think there's absolutely a better way you could have gone about it. I don't think like if they didn't have a shared interest, and even if they did, there's a time and a place, and I feel like he had the right intentions with trying to get her to stop, but I think he went about it the wrong way. So for me, it's a soft asshole. He's a soft asshole.
Yeah. You know what? I forgot that was an option. Yeah, I would say soft asshole for sure. It's because it wasn't like if it had been something else, like, hey, did you know back in the 14th century that the French used to bury plague victims?
Yeah.
In mass graves and burn them? It would be like, yeah, probably not.
Don't you feel lucky your son isn't?
Right. But like she was kind of connecting it to like a nice story where it's like, there's this in these mummies where a flute's broken that's meant to never be broken, and it symbolizes eternity, right? And that, in the afterlife. And then it's I could see where like she was like, yeah, no, this is comforting, right? Like this is telling a story.
No, absolutely. That's honestly the thing. I feel like, yeah.
I think there's a lot more context that needs.
I think there's a missing context with their bond, with like more about, because that like
But
yeah, I'd say he's even less of an asshole. Like I still think that he went around it the wrong way, but like getting her to stop talking about it. If the dead guy had absolutely zero interest in archaeology and she was just trying to talk about something she's interested in, then him saying like shut the fuck up, while the wrong way to do it, has the right intentions.
Yeah, I think either way he's a soft asshole. At worst, he is the asshole.
Yeah.
At best, he's a soft asshole.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I feel like if they don't have the shared interest, if you died and it was me and Aiden at your funeral, Aiden just starts talking to your mom about Skylanders, like Skylander porn.
You know what?
I'd be like, Aiden, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about?
I wouldn't have it any other way, to be honest.
Of course you wouldn't. Of course you wouldn't. If you're ready, I have my next
key game. 1 sec.
Oh.
I found it. I dropped a tack. There's a tack.
Yeah,
I didn't want to step on it. Why fucking eat your food? Put it in your fucking mouth. You fucking animal. You're an animal. An animal.
Yeah. If you're ready, I have my next one.
All right.
All right.
The next one.
I will have to say that I do have to say though, you have shit over your camera. What are you doing? Are you doing that on purpose?
No, I'm not. That's actually completely accidental.
What the fuck is it? Because it literally looks like you're like slowly pushing something across the camera.
You You know what? I'll leave it for a little surprise at the end.
Okay. Oh my God, is your foot?
I'll leave it as a surprise for the end.
I feel like I want to comment. I found a lot more hard assholes.
I picked it, I think, almost entirely off the title.
I did too for the most part. But like glancing through to make sure they were decent.
Oh, see, I did.
Hard
I had
assholes.
no quality control.
I did, because I also found like 14. I was like, that's way too many. So I was like, I have to go pick and choose a little bit. So I just want to. I didn't read in full, but I glanced through these to be like, is this like a clear cut thing, or like, is this like something we can make something funny out of, or is this even like decent? Okay, so am I the asshole for being annoyed that my wife allowed my brother to stay at her house?
Wait, say that one more time.
Am I the asshole for being annoyed that my wife allowed my brother to stay at our house? My 39 male brother, 20, lives with his girlfriend about an hour's drive away from me and my wife. My brother and I have never been close due to the age difference. Our parents had me young, and then him later in life. He was always the spoiled one who got whatever he wanted. We see each other on holidays and special occasions, but other than that, we might talk on the phone once or twice a month. Last night, I had to work late and could not be reached by phone. When I got off, I noticed that I had 2 missed calls from my brother and a few from my wife. But it was already close to 11 p.m., so I chose to just drive home and not call and possibly wake someone up. I walked into the house and see my wife, 41 female, and brother on the couch playing Mario Kart. When I walked in, they both say hi and go back to their game. I went to the bedroom to shower and, frankly, just sleep. I was exhausted. My wife comes in a few minutes later, and I asked her why my brother was there. She said he called her because he and his girlfriend had gotten into a pretty heated argument, and he just needed to get away from the situation for a little while he figured out what he was going to do. They only have one car, and it's in the girlfriend's name, so he couldn't take it. Apparently, he tried to call me. Apparently, you straight up said you missed calls from him. Right. He tried to call me, and when I didn't answer, he called her, and she went and picked him up an hour away, even though she hates driving at night. They also went out to dinner before coming home. I told her that I find it odd that she would pick up my brother and take him to dinner, just because he got into an argument with his girlfriend. That he is an adult and need to work it out. She just rolled her eyes at me and said he would be staying in the spare room as long as he needed, and that I was acting weird, and that he is my brother and has no idea why it's such a big deal that he was there. I told her that if someone is staying at my house, especially my family, I should be the one who decides that he had no right to call her, that he should have waited for me to call him back and would be talking to him in the morning. She told me to deal with it and grow up, that he was always welcome here. My wife is now mad at me, and I'm stuck with my brother in the house for who knows how long until he figures out his life. We already have 2 teens. I don't need another kid here. I stand by what I said. My brother doesn't need to be here, but my wife is still mad at me today. And I'm the asshole for saying that she should not have picked up my brother and allowed him to stay at the house. There is an update, but I want your verdict right now.
Redditor tries to understand basic human empathy challenge.
I know,
impossible. Right? What the fuck is this, Liam?
His brother. I love the line where it's like, he had no right to call her, that he should have waited for me to call him back. You literally wrote that you decided you weren't going to call him back until the morning.
I don't understand it. Like, I get that not every family is close, but like...
Seriously, though, there's like...
The basic empathy of, hey, listen, like, I know we're not, like, on necessarily the best of terms, but I'm going through, like, a lot of hardship right now. I'm not asking for... I just want to bunk for a little bit till I get this figured out.
Yeah.
You go, okay, you gotta get life sorted out. Take a month, whatever. After a month, you start paying bills.
Exactly. Like, it makes sense.
I always had a contingency that if like anyone were ever to like, if I ever had a house and someone's like, hey, I need a bunk, it's like, you get a month fucking free, and then after that, we work out a plan. You know?
I think it would depend on the situation how long they get free.
That's true. That is true. If they're like,
you know,
if they lost their job and their fucking house got mortgaged and shit like that.
Yeah,
maybe like a few extra months.
Yeah, or if it was like, you know, I got into a fight with my girlfriend. I'm just trying to lay low for a little while. It's like, yeah, you get like a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. Like, right. I'm not having you hide out at my place to avoid your girlfriend, you know. But like, you know, it depends. But yeah, okay. So, verdict.
Yeah, he's the asshole. It's like
Absolutely.
I don't fully know his family situation, right? Like I know that some family members just are like
I get it.
disowning family. It's a thing, right?
Yeah.
I get it. But it's like he's like me and my brothers just aren't close. It's not, like he doesn't have hate for them. Like it's just he doesn't have empathy.
Yeah.
Like it's like I
Honestly, the thing that completely solidifies the asshole thing to me is the paragraph where it's like, I told her that if someone is staying at my house, especially my family, I should be the one who decides that. That he had no right to call her, that he should have waited for me to call him back and would talk to him. It's like, should you be happy that your wife was like, oh my God, my husband's brother is in trouble. My husband's not answering? Okay, I'll help.
right.
Like, okay, so we're in agreement. He is the asshole. Here's the update he wrote.
Okay.
And remember, for the most part, if people on Reddit on like the Am I the Asshole write an update, it's usually because they're trying to make it's like, oh, well, you guys don't have all the information, okay? You guys are saying I'm the asshole because of this. This makes me better. So, okay, update. I don't think just because I think at 18 a person should be out of the house and not rely on family to support them makes me a bad person. People need to grow up and be adults. I expect the same from my children. They're expected to have a job and save money to move out when they are 18 and graduated from high school. If they go to college, they can stay, but are expected to pay for it on their own and pay a small amount of rent. My wife does not agree with this and says they can stay as long as they need. I'm trying to make her see reason. As a kid, I was never taken to the zoo, museums, or out to eat. I was sent to a public school and not allowed to play sports or do activities because there was never money. I had to get a job as soon as I could. My parents were 16 when they had me. Even when they got older and had more money, I still did not get the opportunities that my brother was given. He got the best, and I got nothing. It's time he stood on his own. Yes, my kids go to the zoo, park, museums, play sports, and attend activities. They get a lot of what I didn't. But those are my kids, not my brother. I don't see my wife would take him along with her. My brother's always loved her like another mom, so I had to share her with my brother too. I got home from work last night. Everyone was getting ready for dinner. After dinner, I told the kids to please go to their rooms so I could talk to my brother and wife. I asked my brother why he was there and why he felt the need to call us instead of working it out. He said he just needed to get out of the house. He'd found out that his girlfriend had cheated on him and she was planning on leaving. She blamed him for her cheating because he wouldn't marry her or have a baby with her, and that's what she really wanted. Oh. I said what she wanted wasn't unreasonable, that he was being immature. If he could live with her, he could marry her. My wife said that not everyone wants to be married and have children that young. He is an adult. Grow up. That part's in caps. I said I didn't appreciate them making decisions without me, so this could have been sorted out the next morning. No one needed to drive 2 hours or run away from home. I asked when my brother was planned on leaving. He talked to his girlfriend. She was moving out by Sunday, then he would go home. He had 2 months left on the lease, so he was going to look for something smaller to move into. I said I didn't like him staying that long. My wife said, he's your brother. A few days are not going to kill anyone. I agreed just to stop the fight. I didn't like it, but I felt backed into a corner. I still think he needs to go home and deal with his own problems. My brother said, thanks, I appreciate it, and walked off. My wife had talked some more. Neither one of us is really happy with one another.
I'm really sorry. I missed like a part of that because I was trying to find the meme where it was like the fucking Soy Jack versus Chad. But it was like Soy Jack, I suffer, so others must also suffer. And it's like the fucking Chad where it's like
that's absolutely that's what he is. He's like, I had a shitty childhood, so you deserve a shitty adulthood. Okay.
Like I remember the meme was like that was like the Soy Jack, and the Chad was like, I suffer, so others shouldn't have to. And it's like I really want to find that meme. Fuck, I couldn't find it.
Okay, so biggest takeaway from the update.
Biggest takeaway from the update is that he's an asshole. Like he's just
the brother got cheated on. And told that the brother's girlfriend said, I cheated on you. I'm leaving you because you won't marry me or give me kids. Yeah. They're 20.
Yeah.
And this guy's just like, yeah, it's not unreasonable. You're a piece of shit. You deserve to be cheated. Like, he's pretty much saying he deserved to be cheated on for not marrying her.
And you know what's also funny too? He's like, yeah, kids should be expected to like move out once they're 18. And it's like, he did.
Yeah.
He moved out with his girlfriend. And now this situation is unlivable, and he needs to find other arrangements.
Yeah, no, this guy is really just like he's a living embodiment of I had a shitty childhood. Everyone deserves a shitty childhood.
honestly, it's so funny to me too. Like, coming from the perspective of someone who got like free rent and everything.
Yeah.
Because my mom at a very young age, she made me a deal that if I was to go to secondary, like if I was going to go to university or college after high school, she would let me live at home rent free. Like I wouldn't have to pay.
I have the same thing.
Right. And so we're both on the same boat.
What the fuck is the white thing, Cameron? What the hell?
I told you. I'll tell you after.
God damn it! It keeps just moving in.
Hey, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Do you not notice it moving, the white thing?
No, that time I was watching it move.
Okay, because I feel like every time I say it, you just seem surprised. And I'm just like, how are you that clueless? It's clearly moving right in front of you.
That time it was actually I watched it happen. But yeah, like so, like we both get free rent, right? Like we both live at home. It just makes like also my mom put like a fund away for my uni, so like and like the situation I'm in, I don't have to pay like a fucking penny out of my own pocket for school. Like I got really lucky. And it's just like I get that not everyone has the financial stability to do that. You know, some people do have to get jobs, and you know, I get, but it's like once they're 18, they have to leave. It's like, my brother in Christ, on what wages are they buying a house at 18? Like,
also, I just looked.
Yeah.
I actually got kind of curious. This was posted a day ago. Okay, so if someone's on Friday. So his brother came over Wednesday night and said he'd be out by Sunday.
Oh my god.
Like,
the time hasn't even expired on his like request.
It hasn't even been a freaking week.
Oh my god.
Also, I don't know if updates like update the how long ago the post hit, because it says 1 day ago. So if we go from the original post being a day ago, that means Wednesday night his brother came to stay with him. If we go from the update being a day ago, then yeah, I got home from work last night, which would be talking about the night before, which we could logically say like 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Which means if the update was from a day ago, then it's been like a few days, but still not even a week. Your brother got cheated on, and his girlfriend's leaving him, and you can't let him stay with you for a week while she leaves.
It really does feel just like Redditor try to have empathy moments.
Exactly.
That's all I can think of is like, God. Wow, you really got some good fucking.
I did choose some good ones. I didn't read the fucking update. The brother got cheated on, and this guy's like, "Yeah, fuck you, get out of my house." My wife doesn't speak for us. My wife doesn't even speak for her. Okay, this is my house. I choose who stays here, especially if it's my family.
Right? I think the part that really gets me though is it's just like they need to leave at 18. Like, my brother in Christ, in this economy, like,
I know.
You know?
Also, he like hates his brother for having a better child than him. It's like, bro, like you have to understand, you're a product of teen pregnancy.
Right.
Your parents were 16 when they had you. No shit, they couldn't give you a good childhood. They were still in high school.
They were struggling themselves, dog.
Like, of course they couldn't. Like, I don't understand the people who are like, I had a shitty childhood, so everyone deserves one. It's like, in my mind, the whole point, like, I feel like the whole point of like parenthood would be like to give your kids a better life than you had.
Exactly.
Like, if when I'm a dad, I'm not gonna be like, yeah, you little jerk. Okay, you know what? I didn't go to the zoo every time I wanted to. Okay.
Did you just say a slur?
No. What did you think I said?
No, what did you say? No, hold on. What did you say?
I said jerk.
Oh, jerk.
What did you say? I think I said.
I heard like a D. Oh, never mind. Yeah, I'm thinking about. Never mind. I heard some. I got two slurs mixed up. We're good. We're good. Never mind.
Say them so everyone understands what you meant.
I don't know what. No, I don't want to say it. No, Liam, because you're gonna clip it out of context and you're gonna put it on a soundboard.
I'm gonna put it on the boards at your job tomorrow.
Fuck. God, no.
And it just like it was over the loudspeakers. Just you say the slurs over and over again. Just like everyone like, hey, isn't that Cameron?
Liam, you can't do this. No.
I can do whatever I want.
My God.
Are
I really. What?
What?
What? No. What are you gonna say?
I wasn't gonna say anything.
I thought you were gonna say something. My
I wasn't
bad.
gonna say anything.
Okay.
Okay.
Next story.
Oh yes.
All right. This is the second and last one that I actually pulled up. I only
Cool.
grabbed two.
I have a bunch, but we're actually like flying through time, so I think we actually only have to do like 4 and then one more for the Patreon.
All right. Sorry, let me get my jaw ready. I've been laughing too much. Hold on. Ugh. Okay. I kind of read through this one. This one I think is a little bit of an interesting one.
Okay. Give it to me.
So hold on. I'm just gonna So, am I the asshole for telling my mother-in-law her son doesn't know common baby books? Right.
What the fuck?
Now, Liam, tell me, do you think she is the asshole, or do you think she is okay? Like,
I'm gonna be honest. This is actually I don't actually know. I'm so confused.
right? That's why I picked this one.
It says common baby books, right?
Yeah, common
The
baby
fuck is a
book.
common baby book? I don't know any common baby books.
Want me to share my screen?
No, you do you.
No, okay.
We gotta get. We have a decent setup.
Let me get comfy real quick.
Okay, get yourself comfy. Get yourself all comfy, cozy.
You know, gotta get ready to tell this story.
Exactly.
My husband, a 30-year-old male, we'll call him Nick, and I, a 26 female, are currently pregnant with our first child. While making the baby registry, I was adding a bunch of classic, in my opinion, books from childhood. For example, Rainbow Fish, Goodnight Moon, I'll Love You Forever, The Very Hungry Caterpillar,
Okay.
etc. They were just books that I thought most everyone from the U.S. knew, as they were popular during my childhood. Nick.
Oh, I understand this now.
Okay, you get it now. Yeah.
I kind of understand what this. I thought she meant like parenting baby books.
That's what I thought too.
Like
That's why I was really
when you say
confused.
common baby books, that you think of like parenting books.
And
that's why I couldn't-
child stories.
Yeah, I was like I couldn't. I can't think of any of those. I can think of like childhood stories. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Continue.
Oh, I was
didn't
gonna
mean to
say,
interrupt
like,
you.
no, it's okay. I was just gonna say, for like example, like Robert Munch, Where the Wild Things Are, like shit like that.
The Communist Manifesto.
That's a classic. I mean, I remember my grandma sitting me down and reading me that. Honestly,
I remember Henry not being able to finish it for his book report.
No, that wasn't the Communist Manifesto. That was
Oh, Mein Kampf.
yeah, it was Mein Kampf.
You're right. I forgot about that. I own the Communist Manifesto actually.
Yeah, hold on.
I don't know where it is, but I have it somewhere in my room.
Dang. Okay.
I've never read it. I just have it.
Yeah. I don't, okay. I would go off the tangent and be like, oh, you remember when Henry read? That was a fun book report when he read Mein Kampf, but we're not getting into that. That's for another day. That's okay. Where were we? Nick said he had never heard of any of them, which I thought was crazy. This morning, my mother-in-law called us at 9 a.m. We were still in bed, asking if we would be offended if she continued to buy our baby girl clothes and stuff when she shops. Mother-in-law tends to overthink and has a lot of anxiety in general, diagnosed, and was asking because she sent me a picture of a sweater she bought, which, not that it matters, but it was a 6 to 9 month boy sweater, light blue with trucks on it. We will still have our daughter wear it. I had responded by saying that it's cute and excited for all the baby clothes that look what I bought, and showing her an outfit that I just purchased. She got anxious that since I didn't say anything else about the sweater that I wasn't okay with her buying things or had an issue with that sweater in particular. That's why she called. We reassured her she's good. She told me to keep buying the cute girlies and she'll buy the outdoor play outfits. Nick brought up how we made a registry and she asked me to send it to her, mentioning that father-in-law might help with some big things and she's excited about the small things. That's when I mentioned the books. I told her that I put all the classic childhood books on there because I was sorry, all the classic childhood books on there, and was surprised that Nick didn't know any of them, and that we are definitely going to buy them. Mother-in-law instantly got offended, saying not to believe Nick's crap about how he didn't have a good childhood. Because of course she read him books, but they played outside more, and how I can ask anyone in the family and they'll confirm that she was the best mom. She went on for a few minutes, and in my opinion, there were plenty of moments where she gave Nick an opening to just say, yeah, I did have a good childhood, and the whole thing would have ended right there.
But of course he didn't.
I was quiet, and he didn't say a thing, and she hung up, sounding like she was crying. As soon as she hung up, I texted her saying Nick and I realized the only reason I remember the books is that I have more siblings, so the books were in my house for close to 15 years, whereas he's an only child. She sent Nick a text asking if he really thinks he had a bad childhood and how she did her best. Nick got mad at me, saying I never should have brought it up, and look what I've done. How I turned him into the bad guy just because he told the truth. I feel like he could have stopped it by just saying, no, I don't think I had a bad childhood at any point, but he thinks it's my fault, knowing how his mom gets anxious. Mother-in-law and I have had a great relationship up until this point, but now her and her son both aren't speaking to me. Am I the asshole? So, Liam, what do you think? What are you feeling?
It's tough. Honestly, kind of like I think OP is not the asshole.
Interesting.
She didn't do anything wrong. She made a joke about how your son doesn't like. She didn't say he had a bad childhood, unless I missed something.
No, it was literally just. He didn't read these books.
Unless I missed something, she's just pointing out that that the son doesn't know that about the books.
Right.
I feel like the mother and the husband overreacted.
You know what? I'm gonna have to agree with you. And you would not be alone. Every comment I'm looking at, is NTA, not the asshole.
Yeah, like she's definitely not the asshole. Okay, she did nothing wrong. You know, like she didn't insinuate that he had a bad childhood. She just said, "Oh, he doesn't know the books. We're definitely buying those books then, so that he can read them too, and like he can find out something new." And like, yeah, and the mother-in-law just like jumped down and throw, and then jumped down both of them. Like this is getting like into like tough territory. Because it's like she has a like diagnosed anxiety.
Right.
But it's like, does that excuse the fact that she jumped from, oh, your son doesn't know these books, to, why are you saying my son had a bad childhood? He didn't have a bad childhood. They said I was the best mother. And like, I don't know.
That's the thing.
It's just kind of like tough territory where it's like, does that excuse her? Like, she's just overreacting.
I think being diagnosed like that, it's not an excuse as much as it is an explanation.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, okay, that's the train of thought, but it's like, I don't think it justifies it. Like, it
absolutely doesn't justify it. Like, I don't.
No.
It doesn't justify the overreaction. And then, like, yeah, exactly. That's for the mother. The husband's reaction has no justification. Especially, like, OP even says, like, there were opportunities for him to jump in and be like, oh, no, I had a great childhood.
Exactly, and that's what a lot of the comments are saying as well. They're agreeing with you on that exact point. It's the husband had the opportunity to be like, oh no, I had a good childhood.
Yeah.
No, I didn't mean it like that, right? Actually, sorry, real quick, I'm reading through this comment. Wait.
Sure.
Hold on. Sorry, I thought someone was saying that she was the asshole.
They weren't?
Oh, no, they weren't. I'm very sorry. What the fuck? How about sharing coffee on a video chat? What the fuck's going on in this comment section?
Yeah, I don't know. OP is definitely not the asshole.
No, I don't think OP's the asshole.
Hands
I
down,
think,
no. That's like, yeah, it was an overreaction off of like a small like comment, you know?
oh yeah, OP made a comment which had no intent, but ill intent was found.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's like, I don't know. No, actually, no. I have a great example. I have a great example for this. Okay,
Okay.
we gifted you a gaming computer for Christmas.
Right.
That'd be
Yeah.
like us saying to your mother, like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna give Cameron a gaming computer," and she's like, "What? He didn't have a good childhood because he didn't have a gaming computer?" Okay, I was a great mother. It's like, yeah, you are. We're not saying you're just because he doesn't have a gaming computer that you're a bad mother, but that'd be like a situation. Like that's like
Right.
a kind of the same thing. Where
No, exactly.
if that had been the reaction to when we were said that, yeah, I don't know though. No, LP's definitely not the asshole though. That was
No,
blatant.
I don't think so.
Okay, I got a good one.
Okay, is this gonna be the Patreon exclusive one?
Oh,
Or?
this will be the last one before the Patreon.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on. Game. I just gotta do one quick thing. I gotta grab some water. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay. You do your thing. You do your thing. I'll just sit here and do your thing.
Oh fuck! Now he's gone.
All right, you dickhead.
Oh fuck.
Let's do the final story, you fucker.
I'm so glad I left. So this. Oh fuck! Wait, hold on. I forgot to close the door behind me.
You goddamn bitch.
Fuck you, cop.
Fuck did you say to me, you little shit?
Oh. Oh. Oh, I'm getting comfy. Out of center, out of frame. Living the good life.
You smell like shit.
You smell like a pig farm.
Fuck you say to me, you little shit.
You heard me loud and fucking clear.
Oh, that's it, you little fucker. Alright.
You're trying to deep throat the mic?
Shut the fuck up.
Why don't you tell your story then, eh? Why don't you tell the next
Alright,
story?
let's do it.
Yeah.
Alright. Am I the asshole? Me, 20 male, have a podcast with my friend, also 20 male. Normally we record every Saturday at 1:30 in the afternoon. But this week, for some bullshit reason, I want to do Friday night online instead. Pay attention, you little fucker.
No, I'm listening. I'm listening.
Am I the asshole for changing our time? My friend group is split. Half of them say yes, I'm the asshole for changing the time. Half of them don't give a shit because it's a podcast that we make $0 on. So, Reddit, I'm here to ask, am I the asshole?
You know what?
What's your verdict, Cameron?
I don't think there's enough information. What was the reason? You know, did something come up? Like, what was
He
the
has
reason?
a job. That's air quotes for those who can't tell.
Like, so is there like not a job, or like what? Why is it in air quotes?
Update. I'm normally unemployed, and my only social contact is my friend, 20 male. Let's call him L for ease.
Oh, continue on. Are you fucking jacking off?
Just scratching an itch. Alright. Update.
L always has such a busy schedule, and he works 3 days a week. He's so successful, and honestly, I look up to him so much. I want to be just like him. So I got a job, and I decided to reschedule week of barely any time at all to change the time when we do our podcast so that it worked for me, but I didn't care about what he said. So, Reddit, am I the asshole? Also, I have diabetes, scoliosis, and I am not gay. What do you think?
Hold on. I sent you on fucking Tuesday. It was
What?
Tuesday.
No, this isn't about you, you self-centered prick.
It was Tuesday.
This isn't about you. This is about someone else.
Tuesday at 6 o'clock. Because that's when I got the email. No, not the asshole. They have a job. That's...
You say not the asshole.
Yeah. Why, you got something to say?
I guess I can agree with you. I think maybe the friend, he looks up to L so much
What the fuck
that,
up?
we can excuse this once in a while thing, L is just such a role model for OP that, we can excuse it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. Fuck, I hate this. I hate this bit. I hate everything about this
This
bit.
isn't a fucking bit.
I hate this bit. I hate it. This
I
is
can
gonna
see
go.
why L has such trouble working with you, Cameron. I mean, why L would have such trouble working with OP.
This is really gonna land for our ages. What, 5 to 12 audience? This is gonna land real well with them. My God.
Oh. All right, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go to the bathroom.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're back.
Okay.
Some asshole broke into your room.
So we actually ran over, like, way over. So I think we're actually just gonna end it. We'll do like the story I had in the Patreon.
All right. Oh, before we go, do you want to know the mystery thing? What's in frame as we speak?
What's in the frame, Cameron?
Do you want to take a guess?
Sock?
Mm-mm.
Why are you looking at me like that? I don't know what it is.
It was a Band-Aid. It's
oh,
I use that.
you're afraid of the government.
Exactly. I know the government spies on us consistently.
You'll be rewarded for being a good listener. I better be. I listen to you all the time.
Shut the fuck up. But yeah, so what happens is, essentially, it's starting to fail, and so when I try to pull it back, it like slowly moves back into frame. That's all it was. It kept on moving.
Okay, cool. All right.
Mystery solved. So, the listeners that were stuck around for this, first of all, sorry, and second of all, hope you like that little mystery.
Yeah. And for those audio listeners, there's white shit falling on Cameron's camera all the time. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this. It was a kind of a fun departure from the normalcy.
Yeah, trying something new out. I'm not sure if our audience will like this online format, but it's not forever.
Yeah, this is like a once in a while thing when we can't actually get together.
Yeah, it just bad schedules, bad timing. That's how it has to be.
Yeah, Cameron, he couldn't make it this week. He has work.
I don't know why you air quote it. It's literally a job. It's a seasonal job.
He has job. So yeah, it's cool. Yeah, with that, I think we'll wrap up today's episode. Social media links are in the description down below. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys we'll see you soon.